Uh-oh, I gotta talk about this now. This woman was wearing lingerie in her house, and his daughter was looking through pair of binoculars and saw her. Right. And again, her husband is taking the side of the next door neighbor. Because he knows now that they're looking. So that's probably why. And then the dad is probably looking to join it too, but I'm gonna tell her to cover up. Right. And she don't have to cover up inside her own house. She just needs blinds, right? Silly. Or curtains. Hello. Hello, right. Nobody suggested that. Said about, I got blinds. Right. You can't look at my house. Definitely. So that's why the father's handling it. And even when the man was here, she needed to get in. She had to knock on the door or the window. Right. I'll let her in. Right. I mean, right. But again, I keep telling her, you can't come back. Right. You pissed off everybody. Whatever favor you had, you lost. Right. In a nosy neighbor, you can always have someone watching your house. Yes. You'll always be able to get the neighborhood scoop or the gossip, And the real people in town ain't gonna tell you I see your wife naked, right? Or in lingerie. Right. In touch with my husband. Will you go and look in the window? Will you go? She told me where there was. She thought she was dancing. No, I was afraid that I'd walk in there and he was dead. It was 8:30. I was like, if he's dead, what am I gonna do? Right. And you can't always make it the male's fault, right? Alone, if the female is doing something dumb too, right? Right. We're equally responsible for our actions, right? Sometimes you gender bias certain men, but let your children, your sons, get away with murder, right? That ain't what Jesus is doing, right? There's a reason, okay, you're dying, right? You just ain't figured it out yet for God to save you from Satan, right? You don't have to die, though. Secret. Satan is just convincing you gotta die. You don't want to deal with it. I know you don't. And guess who taught you that?
And asked you before, not sure if you caught the first letter. I really would appreciate it. One, and then she kept doing it. Imagine we saw her pulling in one day, and Iz was up in the bedroom. He opens the windows of the bedroom and says down, "Hi, ma'am, remember that note I left you? Did you get the note?" And she was like, it was actually a younger girl. And she was like, she looked frightened, and he was like, I asked her, can you please not park there? And she was like, oh, okay, my bad, or whatever. Move the car. The next day, it was still there. We're actually going to tell her. No, not being funny. We're going to tell her. We actually think she's a granddaughter of someone that lives on our block who thinks he owns the block.
I have a neighbor that will not wash his car. The car is just, when we talk about thick. Yeah. But then I tried to write on one of the windows. I wrote on the back window, wash me, right? It's because I'm like, literally,
it's just really filthy.
It's just filthy. And it's just next day, only the window part that I wrote, wash me, is washed.
And parked terribly. Like, it's not like park nice. It's like parts with half of it hanging out. It's a whole mess.
Be good neighbor.
Yes, wonderful.
And you think I got problems.
To park it there.
We all do. We all gotta deal with crazy people. Or people who think they see something they didn't see. Right. And you're not giving me what's going on. I might not be sure, or might not remember or something, right? Or you think I did something I didn't do, right? Sometimes too, right? You ever heard? Mm-hmm. Almost only counts in horseshoes, right? You can have a dead ringer or almost, right? But it's gotta be at least close to the pin, right? You throw the horseshoe too, right? Or close but no cigar. Close but no cigar, right? I know. That's what I'm talking about. Because I don't know what you're talking about, right? I know. And if something happens this for sometimes, right? I know. I don't know.
Non-stimulant Kelbury can help make your child.
Right. And some of us are horrible neighbors. Right. Some of us are distracted, think something happened, but then are wrong, right? And don't want to admit they made a mistake, right? Because it's got to be, I saw you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're preoccupied with something else and someone thought themselves, right? And then they said, oh, I think he hit you, right? Mm-hmm. Keyword is think. Mm-hmm. I know I didn't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would usually do the right thing anyway. I know. And I rarely do it backing up. I know. Not saying never, or that people didn't back into me. Mm-hmm. And cause the image of my vehicle either. I know. You can also back in, right? Or be facing somebody, right? But usually, though, you don't back all the way up. You back up differently depending on the situation you're in, right? Mm-hmm. And see, I have a right to face my accuser and ask them what they're doing, right? And what this is all about. Mm-hmm. I'm not guilty until proven innocent. I'm innocent until proven guilty. Right? That's always been the rule in America. And you're trying to do away with that for me. I know. And you know something ain't right. And you still know, like I know, something ain't right with that picture, right? Looks like Dean for a Dean, right? Manually done. Mm-hmm. Not in a real wreck either. No. And if you force me to defend myself without a law degree, I will. I'm crazy enough to. Right? Win, lose, or draw. Right? Then you do have a messed up judicial system by now. You're not playing by your own rules anymore. And maybe some people really know how to get away with a crime. I don't know who, right? But some people don't. Right. And if you don't see nothing wrong, you don't know there's something wrong, right? But if something wrong don't fit the scene, you know you didn't do it that either, right? I wasn't born yesterday. I'm 52 years old, right? And if I was that accident prone, right? And I'm still trying to fight it, I just can't find a lawyer to take my case. Ain't that messed up as well? But what? But wads won't help me, right? Whoever they are. They know they can sue for me too, right? Not just the insurance company, right? But the people who hit me. But if I'm guilty until proven innocent, you're all going to face that one day, I know. They're trying to go back to that. They think that's God and not innocent until proven guilty, right? That's the point, right? Though whatever happened, the tree of life still had to ask them, I know. Did you eat of the tree I told you not to eat of, right? Is Adam speaking to someone? Or a figment of his imagination? Is Eve speaking to someone? Or a serpent? And he asked Adam, who told you? As if he could speak to someone who told him he was naked. And Eve was carrying on a conversation with Satan. Right. In the garden. Like I said, snakes and donkeys don't have vocal cords. Last time I checked. But one angel is trying to prevent Balaam from cursing Israel. The other angel, named Satan, is trying to get Adam and Eve to know good and evil with him. After the other tree told them not to eat of that tree's fruit. And if in the human form, it means of his body, right? But you pretend you don't know this, don't you, Jews and Christians, right? Catholics, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists. No matter your religion, Celtics, right? Norse, all over the world, right? These beings came to Earth trying to confuse you that they were gods. Now scientists are calling them aliens, right? And they're lying about that too. Though their technology is from the third dimension or the fourth. Right. Though they're lying to the humans, oh, we're from this star cluster. We know because there's a star there you can't see, right? No. They know that because God formed the stars. And in the fourth dimension, you're more or less solid, right? And you see things differently from here to there and there back to here. It's like, again, looking at water through rain. That's when you can see a rainbow after a rain. It's called a prism effect of the water droplets with the light from the sun. But rainbows also represent Christian grace. See, gay people, I'm not against you. But some Christians think you're stealing their rainbow. Right. But I'm trying to tell them what you think gay people don't need a rainbow as well. And don't have grace as well. And that they're so unjust, God wants to punish them. Right. When you don't know if you're doing right and even marrying the woman you're marrying. Right. Or are you both? Right. And you're condemning it because you were told not to do it yourself, but you're still doing it in the closet. Right. And you want to kill them for making you gay. And you're confused. And in the closet, but still trying to be with women. Right? I don't have that problem. I only want to be with women. Right? And only with a wet dream, even humping the bed, right? Ain't about you. But it could be about girls. I'm not around girls. Yep. Yep. Around girls more than boys. Because I'm trying to find one to date me, one to marry me, one to be my life, right? As we were all taught, right? Right. Though it's not first comes love, and then second comes marriage, then comes sex, then comes sharing with baby carriage, right? You're leaving something out. Of that little nursery rhyme, right? Then comes knowing my life in the Hebrew, right? Yada her. Now, when they both ate of the free fruit, ish yada ooh. The ooh has to do with a him, not her, not just a her, right? And the woman, the Levite's concubine, in Judges 19 or so, she was yada oohed by them too, right? They abused her and yada oohed her all night, right? That's why the Gnostics talk of the yada ooh of Eve, right? And no. Baruch by Justin says Adam was done like a boy in Greek mythology. Not again to judge any man, but to tell the truth of Eden, right? While all men can be confused by Satan's acts, right? But not by Jesus, right? Who came to set us free from the works of the devil. But the works of the devil include condemnation. Guilty until proven innocent is the devil. Innocent until proven guilty is Jesus. And don't tell me you don't get both concepts from the Bible. And even the devil's using the scriptures on Jesus to get him jump off the Temple Mount. Idiot. Right? He's using a psalm. Right? Saying, I will give my angels charge over thee, lest you dash your foot against the stone. That, by the way, has nothing to do with jumping off a damn building at all. And he trying to get him to go up to the highest pinnacle in the temple. That's a suicide attempt. Right. And if you feel suicidal, look at Jesus. Right? If you feel the devil wants you dead and is trying to get you to commit suicide, right? Tell him, devil, you're alive. The truth is not in you. Right? You're not telling the truth, for no truth abides in you. You're full of half-truths and innuendos. Right? Where Jesus comes to set me free from you. You know he lied. But you can say it either way. You can call the devil a lie, or you can call Jesus to help you see through the devil's lie. You should do both to be safe. Right? So don't give the devil more glory than God. Give God more glory than the devil. Yep. Now, I know Miss Ellen knows about the Lord. She's ready to do all things, right? But see, I'm trying to tell her too, right? The Lord ain't your problem, the devil is. He's everybody's problem. Gay or straight, black or white, Jew or Gentile, bond or free, bi, or celibate. We all have the same choices in our sex life. You got 4 choices. Not 2. Not 3. But 4. And we all deal with that growing up. There's times you're celibate. Times you just make out with a girl. Times you just fill up a girl. Times you go dancing with a girl. Times you don't. And see, when I dance for the girl, I get a rise in my Levi's. So I know I like the girls. Now, if you do that with a boy, I understand you might like boys. Right? I ain't confused. Right? But if you're not confused either, okay. Right. What's good for the geese is always good for the gander. Oh, Sheila. Right? Right. No, that means what's good for the goose is also good for the gander, right? Oh, Sheila. Oh, Sheila. Right. Oh, it's Melissa. 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 But you can't help me by trolling me. And few people are trying to help me out, right? You're not doing it wrong. Dion. Warwick. Not my cousin. But I don't know if he's a jerk either. I don't know if he's a jerk either.
Hear about a farewell tour? Are you saying goodbye to music for good? Because it can't be.
No. I think it's been misconstrued as to what was actually said. It's not a farewell to music.
That's what it's for. I can sing a little, see. But I'm disabled too. I can't just go to Hollywood. Hollywood swinging. Dum dum dum. Hollywood swing.
In the middle of this one, I was like, I wish I was
a rich man. But I'm an okay man. I'm hanging in there, all right. I'm sitting on the bed. But I got a bad back and bad ankle, right? Trying to stop it from hurting every day like it was. And that's by doing less. But still trying to control my weight and get it down and things, right? So that's a slow process if you're 330 to 340 pounds, right? But you lost some weight too.